Hello students, welcome to IAS Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about a recent statement made by the Mines Minister of India, where he has stated in the Parliament that the coastal areas of India, largely coastal states such as Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Odisha, these states have rare earth element reserves which can be mined. So let us try to understand what are rare earth element and what is the significance of this particular announcement by the minister. Now, recently, as a response of question asked by one of the BJP member of parliament, the Mines Minister of India, G. Kishan Reddy, has stated that there are approximately 7.23 million tons of in situ rare earth element. In situ means that situation, that means in the coastal areas of India, we have rare earth element oxides (REO) in 13.15 million tons of monazite. That means these rare earth elements are not found in pure form; they are ingrained in the monazite sands of the coastal state. So monazite sands, their total volume is 13.15. So almost we can say 50 to 60% of these monazite sands are made up of the rare earth element as such. Now these are found in the coastal beaches. We have teri red sand and also in the inland alluvium deposits of the coastal states. And this has been confirmed as well by Atomic Minerals Directorate for Exploration and Research, and they also have stated that all these minerals that we have in the coastal states of India, they are not just potential reserve, but they are ready to be mined. Only we need to have is a proper infrastructure in place as such. Now, if we try to look at the rare earth element production reserves and their distribution across the world, we can see here China has a dominant position. If we talk about the overall reserves, it has a reserve of almost 120,000 tons, and that was the production in year 2018. Since then, production has continuously increased. Then we have Australia, then we have US, Myanmar, Russia, and as you can see, India has a total reserve of about 1,800 this million tons, we can say. And again, if we try to look at overall reserves itself, though India has a minuscule reserve, but the problem is that the production itself is very less. Of all the potential reserves it has in the context of rare earth element, is believed that less than 1 to 2% actually is mined as of now. And because of this situation, we can see that China is enjoying a dominant role. China is enjoying what we can call as an upper hand as far as the rare earth elements are concerned as such. Now, if we try to look at the recent steps that has been taken by the government of India, so first of all, it has come up with a platform called as Parivesh 2.0, and by using this platform, they are trying to facilitate rapid and as fast as possible clearances to the mines, especially in the sector of rare earth element. Again, if you look at the distribution here, we can see that we have Kerala, where you have monazite and loparite. Then you have Tamil Nadu, where you have monazite, loparite. Then you have West Bengal, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, part of Odisha, and part of Gujarat as such. So these are the states where large scale mineral, especially rare earth elements and minerals, we see distributed around. Now, if you look at the significance, why we are so much concerned about the production and distribution of rare earth element, so they are having wide uses, especially in modern context. For example, you talk about telecommunications and telecommunications and electronics. Largely, this sector is benefiting from the rare earth element. Then you have utilization in the energy sector as well. For example, India's, to talk about the nuclear programs, the 3-stage nuclear program, we can understand that it is heavily dependent on thorium, and thorium is found in the Kerala sand, monazite sands. Aerospace, defense, medical, even in the case of missiles and all that, we have seen the use of this rare earth element as such. Now, apart from that, gallium, germanium, antimony, these are some of the most utilized rare earth elements all across the world. And here, especially we talk about the upcoming sectors, especially that is dependent on technology, especially that is dependent on semiconductors and solar panels and all that. There we can see the uses of rare earth elements. Now, in the IAS Academy, we are going to soon start our new batches on the 9th and 11th of August. And in this particular batch, we will ensure comprehensive coverage of GS papers. We'll have one-to-one mentorship and doubt solving sessions. And we also will have a strict policy of maximum 40 students per batch. Now, also we believe that the preparation of UPSC should be done in an integrated manner, and that is why we have also daily mains answer writing practice, so that students can be comfortable in attempting mains examination after 1 or 2 years. Now, also we have test series, both prelims and mains. Students can evaluate themselves, where do they stand as far as the preparation is concerned, and based on the feedback received, they can take appropriate action. As we know that UPSC focuses both on the static part as well as current affairs part, we also focus on 360-degree current affairs coverage as far as the preparation of examination is concerned. Now, if you want to know more details of this particular program, you can give a call at the number displayed here. You can download our app as well. And for further, what you can call is for further understanding and confirmation, you can click the link in the description box of this particular video. Now, we try to understand first of all that why rare earth elements are so important. So it has a strategic global context as well. It is not only relevant from India's perspective, it is relevant from the perspective of all countries, especially who are focused on developing next generation technology, who are focused on shifting their energy production from the conventional sources to non-conventional sources, from non-renewable to renewable sources. So it is believed that by year 2030 itself, the global demand of rare earth element will increase by almost 5 times. And as we know that currently China is a heavyweight country here. China alone controls supply of more than 80% of global earth element. And if China decides it can create troubles in the supply chain, it can actually cause disruption in the entire supply chain of rare earth element. And that we have seen recently as well. Due to the tariff imposition by United States, China has decided not to export certain rare earth elements to United States of America, and also it has decided not to export these rare earth elements to the other countries who are partners of US, for example, Japan as such. So that is why the supply chain vulnerability is very high in this sector, as dependency, there is over dependency on single country, and that is why diversification is very much required here. As far as India is concerned, we know that in terms of reserve, we have the third largest reserve of the monazite sands. But as far as the output is concerned, as far as the production is concerned, it is actually less than 1%. Also, if you try to understand, India currently is engaged with 3 other countries, that is US, Australia and Vietnam, to diversify its sources or diversify its import basket as far as the rare earth element is concerned. Now, also we have to understand that taking into consideration all these facts, Government of India has come up with a national institutional framework to expedite the processing and production of these minerals. And one significant step taken in this regard is setting up of a mission in 2025 that is called as National Critical Mineral Mission as such. Now, as per this particular mission, the major objective of this mission is that GSI, Geological Survey of India, it has been tasked with conducting at least 1,200 exploration projects between 2024 to 2031 to find out the viability of production of these elements and minerals in different part of India as such. And after this, you have another institute called as IREL, that is Indian Rare Earth Limited. This organization has been given the responsibility that wherever it is viable and it is possible, this organization should start extracting minerals at a rapid pace. Clearances, as you have discussed, will already begin given in a relatively fast manner because of the setting up of Parivesh platform, and thus this all will hopefully bring the urgency that is needed in the rare earth sectors of India as such. Now, apart from that, also as far as the processing of rare earth element is concerned, there is talk about capacity building and increasing and expanding the capacity of these industries. Basically, for example, in Andhra you have OSCOM that is largely involved in the processing of monazite sands. Similarly, you have Alluva plant in Kerala. As we know that largest concentration of monazite sands you have in the state of Kerala, coastal areas of Kerala. So there also we have the setting up of high purity rare earth element oxide plant. That means from the REO, rare earth can be extracted and then it can be processed to create the structures that you want. Then also in the Visakhapatnam, the most industrialized port of India, we have set up a magnet manufacturing facility that again uses these element oxides such. So these are already in operation, and also government is trying to increase their overall production capacity as such. Now, obviously, there is going to be policy and legal challenges. The first challenge that many experts argue that government should counteract is that to amend Atomic Energy Act, because you know that in the monazite sands of India, apart from rare earth element, you also have presence of thorium, and thorium is a strategic mineral and critical mineral. That is why monazite mining has been restricted. The involvement of private players is quite low here. Second, private participation is barred. Initially, it was barred. Now, government is opening this sector to private institute as well. And recently, we have seen coming up of 2 companies such as Solar company, you have Mahindra and Mahindra are there. They have shown interest in this particular sector. There is a need of separate critical mineral approval route, so that the general approval route that takes at least 3 to 4 months to get all the approvals and regulatory licenses, that should be quickened to less than a month as such. And also government, because of its own domestic interest, has decided to export all to Japan to conserve domestic stock as such. So these are the steps that has been taken, and that is also where we should work more. Now, obviously, as far as the public is concerned, many times civil society organizations, NGO, they raise concern about the environmental concerns related to the mining of rare earth element. For example, it is believed that first of all, the rare earth elements are not found in a particular area concentrated. Like for example, we have coal, iron ore, they're quite concentrated in few mines of Chotanagar plateau, but opposed to that, rare earth elements are found in a large area. They are dispersed over several states, and everywhere they are found in relatively low concentration. That means if you want to exploit and extract these rare earth element, we need to carry out mining at very large scale, and this obviously will have significance and adverse impact on the environment and environmental damages. Plus, in thorium that is found in monazite sands, it is radioactive in nature. So, how will we dispose the waste that will generated during mining? That is also a major concern. Plus, because in coastal areas is where we have large scale rare earth elements, so any change in the coastal areas due to mining can also promote coastal erosion that will damage agricultural activity practice in this area, because this area is where you have deltaic fertile alluvial soil as such. Plus, it will also threaten the ecosystem, resulting into loss of habitat of many species living in this area. Plus, there is a concern about environmental impact assessment. What kind of environmental impact assessment will be made, and what kind of mitigation measures will be taken by government, so that we can at least, if not remove, minimize the damages and concerns to the people in this particular regard. Overall, by entire discussion, what we can say with 100% certainty, that India has categorically shifted from being passively dependent on China and few other countries for its critical mineral. Now it is showing or following a path of being strategically independent in this particular area. And it also understand that India itself does not have significant reserves that it can be independent or it can be dependent on indigenous production. It also is trying to build several international partnerships. For example, India is in talk with several countries like Lithium Triangle in the South America. It is in discussion with countries such as Nigeria, Namibia in the Africa, and Oman in Arabian Peninsula. It also has signed agreement with Australia to import rare earth minerals, and India also has become partner of the Mineral Security Partnership, that is largely US-led partnership, and also include countries which are part of Quad, and also some of the countries that are part of European Union as such. So such kind of international partnership will also play a very important and critical role in ensuring dependency of India on critical mineral is not concentrated, rather it is diversified in nature. Thus, what we can say for India, this movement calls for ambition, collaboration and resilience, and by doing so, we can promote and ensure that our security interest, our military interest, as far as the rare earth elements are concerned, is met in quite a what you can call as independent manner. So this is all about this particular video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more such content. Thank you very much.